I like talking to a camera in public places. That's my weird little hobby, but for a different reason than you may think. So I have so many stories and good memories from different places in Japan, in places like Shibuya, Kabukicho, Namba, in Osaka, Dotonbori. And if I have a video of that moment, it stays in my mind so much better, right? I feel like some places just have their own aura, right? Me walking right now in Shibuya, I was walking with this camera, literally the same road that I'm walking right now, and I was shooting B-roll for my YouTube videos. Now I don't even need that much B-roll, but it's more for myself than for the video. So I was walking, I see a Family Mart, and I see a McDonald's, and I see a crossing, and I see just a random shop, just a random street corner. But it brings so much memories. I have so many places like that, and when I would be alone in my room, falling asleep, I would remember those memories. I'd be like reminiscing, like, oh, those were the good times. So every video that I make from now is going to be like a mini project for myself, like a framed picture. And I don't know if this is just me or if everybody has it, but I could spend the whole day walking around certain places without even talking to people, without even recording stuff with the camera. With the camera it's a little bit more fun, right? Because I'm yapping, I like talking on camera, I like hearing my voice, which is weird. I like hearing my voice in the sense that I'm like, oh shit, I said that fluently, I really just made a nice point. This sounded like me. I like hearing my voice, but it's really authentic, if that makes sense. So right now I'm just walking around Shibuya Center, guy. You might recognize this place, you may not. Over there is where they shoot all of those Tokyo Sims interviews. Right now I'm heading to the crossing. And one more fun thing is when you're walking with a camera in places like those, it shows people you're confident, shows people you have charisma. Like, I don't even think of it like that, right? Oh, there's a guy over there with like the hat, oh, that guy with like the fur outfit. He approached me before asking me if I wanna like model for him, like scouted me out. First time this happened to me, and that was because I got into the Shibuya energy. I had the Shibuya all around myself. I was like, oh shit, I've been walking around just being stimulated, but then I locked in. I was like, oh shit, let me walk slower, let me really be present in the moment and enjoy the atmosphere of this area. And this is when people start approaching you. Nobody's going to approach you, and you won't feel like approaching somebody who's in this restless kind of busy mode, just because subconsciously you pick up on those little mannerisms, and people pick up on those mannerisms of yours. But if you're like smiling, like me talking to camera, I don't really think of it like, oh, I'm so confident. I was never really scared to do that, because I like the thing so much. So I'm like, oh, it was never like really awkward for me to get out the camera and start recording a video. And fun fact, this kind of road that I'm walking right now, let me show you. Over there, I think, and where I'm at right now, is where my friend Young James, he also recorded a video talking about confidence, and he also talked about talking on camera. So I guess I picked it up subconsciously, and I talk about the same topic just because I'm in the same place. There's like a Polish little tale, book, article, I don't even know how to, short story I guess, that Polish students have to read in high school. Oh. And it's just called Place. So there was this amazing old church in this random little village, but the church was so old, they destroyed it, nothing left, not even a stone left of the church, but the place stayed, and the place has some aura. Okay, I don't really remember the story, but I feel like this is kind of it. Like some places have a certain aura. So when I would go to Umeda in Osaka, enter a shopping mall or whatever, immediately I feel like I just got depressed. I don't even know why. Something triggered a mood in me, and I just stopped enjoying myself, and the whole day was kind of ruined after that. Of course, it didn't have to be ruined, but I just didn't really snap back into a positive state. I stayed in Umeda, but there's also places that suddenly make you like really positive. Like I go to Shibuya, to Dotonbori, some of my favorite places in Japan. Really basic places, like normie places, everybody knows about them, but they feel special to me, and I always just go into a social, funny mood whenever I go into one of those areas. By the way, if you never really recorded yourself talking whilst you're traveling, or even at home throughout different stages of your life, you might have a skewed idea of who you were across the years. So, for example, me, when I rewatch my video from 6 months ago at the end of my second trip to Japan, the way I spoke, the way I expressed myself, and the topics about which I spoke were a lot different. And I can sense the energy, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I can feel like I've progressed in this area, but this thing stopped being important to me. Like a camera, it doesn't really lie, right? You see your own smile, you see like the little, your eyelid shape or whatever, not a japanmaxxing thing, but rather just those little non-verbal expressions, this non-verbal communication. A camera is the best that you're going to have to look at yourself. Like, imagine me watching this video, talking about, right now I'm in Japan here, 19 years old. I'm wondering like, oh, what will I do with my future? Will I actually be able to move here? Will I work for that modeling agency where the guy just approached me? Is this going to become a new chapter in my life? I don't know this yet. And like my character, the way I talk and the topics I talk about are different just because I'm at this certain chapter in my life. I've always kind of liked talking on camera. I don't really get people that... I mean, I get it that you could be scared, but if you just make a little video at home of you talking, that's more than enough. And by the way, your home is also one of those places which snap you into a positive, negative mood. You might have a lot of positive memories from like your living room, right? You always spend time with your family, you're always like watching a movie or having a meal together, and that's like a good memory, so it snaps you into this wholesome kind of energy. But it can also be completely gyaku, completely different. Your room, you might have, like your parents might have shouted at you, so you're a little bit more anxious in your own room. Like, how crazy is that? Have you ever thought about it? Like, for example, you always try and do your work in your room, but it's the room that you've been like abused as a child. Like your parents will scream at you, get into fights. Your girlfriend sends you a message that she breaks up with you, you read it in that room sitting on that chair, and now you didn't even change your desk setup, you're in that same position, the room layout is the same, and the memories come back. If you spend a little bit more time in Japan than just a few days in Tokyo, a few days in Osaka, the places where you frequent will have special meaning to you. You will snap into your mood, and it's very cool, like interesting to observe yourself and like be conscious about it. So for me, Shibuya or Kabukicho, those party districts might be like very wholesome because I'm always social, I'm always laughing. Of course there is people drinking and partying and doing degenerate stuff, but for me, for example, it could be a place where I make my content. It could be like my workplace, if that makes sense. And subconsciously, if I am in like a different mood, or if my mood changes completely because I've entered a new area, that should make me think like, oh, why did that happen? Well, what memories from this place can I have? You become more powerful when you realize all this stuff, because you're able to manipulate your mood, your feelings a lot better. You'll be able to snap yourself into like a positive mood on command, like immediately, and like, oh, I'm going to talk to people right now, I'm going to go to that place and have a positive day. I feel like when I came here for the first time, I visit Shibuya, Shinjuku, whatever, for the first time, it's more like I'm overwhelmed by the atmosphere of that place, because I haven't built rapport, I haven't built any memories, like my own memories of that place, so I'm kind of just being thrown around by the stuff that's happening. That's why I would recommend you to not just travel to Japan for like 2 weeks, although it is really, really fun. Really, if you're able to go on a working holiday visa, student visa, go to a language school or go to college in Japan, if you have a similar mindset than me, then you're just going to enjoy that stay so much. You're going to build a connection and get to know yourself better. Because think about it, if you're around the same area constantly, like your room, your school, your workplace, the gym that you go to, you're going between the same like 5 moods throughout the day. Those guys behind me, I think, are just going to the Nampa right now. They're going to pick up some girls. Wow, so social. Okay, if you travel as a young person, this is what I've experienced. And not just travel, like visit cities, but actually have something of like an actual lifestyle in those cities. Like you wake up for 2 weeks, 1 month in the same bed, in the same hotel or in the same apartment in Tokyo, Osaka, and let's say you find 5 new spots which bring a certain mood in you, like a gym in Japan or like a party district in Japan. You just get to know yourself more and more and more because you observe how your mood changes based on your surroundings. This is like the coolest shit ever. Let me know down below if this shit even makes any sense, or if I'm just yapping. I might just have brain fart from eating okonomiyaki here in Japan, but I think it's pretty cool. This is on my mind constantly while I'm living in Japan, so it should also be like a little bit, oh, that kind of makes sense for you. So DM me on Instagram, xvtomic, if you wanna meet up with me in Japan, do some social stuff, talk to people, improve your social skills. We do that here, Tokyo, Osaka. Subscribe to the channel, watch this video right now. See ya.